right-hand side is the Rose Street Foundry Bar, on the site of the original foundry, with the wonderful, recently restored mosaic tiles in the arches, depicting various stages of iron production. The bar now situated in what was the offices and showroom of the foundry, the building being completed in 1893. Next door, on the right-hand side, is the Phoenix Bar, one of the oldest pubs in Inverness, originally a girls' school and built around 1795, with the school moving out in 1870. Turning left onto Bank Street, in what was originally the Gaelic Church, is Leakey's second-hand bookshop, regarded as one of Scotland's hidden gems. Well worth a visit. Directly ahead is the River Ness, and on the grassy knoll known as St Michael's Mount, to your left is the Old High Church. This is one of the most significant sites in Inverness, dating back to the time of St Columba, who is said to have preached here when he converted King Brood of the Picts to Christianity. The church building can date back to around 1230, but has been redeveloped many times. The large white building on your left is the Mercure Hotel, formerly the Caledonian Hotel, a great venue in the 60s for some of the iconic British pop music bands playing in the ballroom, The Move, The Foundations, Amen Corner, to name a few. Turning left up Bridge Street, we have Inverness High Street ahead of us, and on your right, the newly refurbished Town House, the centre of local civic life. Built in both Gothic and baronial style in 1876, and is open to the public. Worth a visit to see the magnificent chandeliers. Opposite diagonally is the steeple, all that is left of the borough buildings, which consisted of toll booth, court and jail, and serves today the citizens of Inverness by keeping them on time for their appointments. figure out why it is so called, as it sits opposite and above you to your right. Yes, Inverness Castle. Until recently, home of the judiciary, housing police and our court system, recently transferred to a new justice centre. The castle is undergoing extensive renovations to create a new centre of excellence depicting the spirit of the Highlands, a state-of-the-art visitor attraction to be completed by 2025. There has been a fortification on this site since at least 1170, and the present castle is a modern building completed in 1848. Proceeding to the right, we dip down to an area of Inverness known as the Hawk, at one time an area of mixed dwellings, including woolen works and a brewery, and today the Hawk is the backing area to some of the riverside hotels and guest houses. Right, we have the beautifully kept Cavell Gardens and War Memorial, dedicated to Nurse Edith Cavell, who saved many lives in the First World War, but was sadly captured and executed. We now turn left to go round Belfield Park, an area of leisure for the public, with tennis courts and children's activities, or just to relax in the lovely gardens and surroundings. Road, passing on your left, one of the many churches in Inverness, which sits in the prominent position since 1901 of overlooking the River Ness and opposite the cathedral. Adjacent to the church, in the little garden on the left, are the three graces, faith, hope and charity statues that adorned a building at the bottom of Castle Street and High Street, but was demolished in the 50s. They are now restored and have been situated here since 2011. On the left is the River Ness, flowing out of the mighty Inverness for 12 miles before entering the Murray Flood, a popular river for salmon fishing by the local anglers. Turn left over the Ness Bridge and left again along Ness Walk, an area of the city famed for its excellent restaurants, Rockpool, Prime, Urquhart's, The Kitchen and River House, to name a few, all serving the best of Highland produce. On our right is St Andrew's Cathedral. St Andrew also happens to be the patron saint of Scotland. Very fitting for such a magnificent building built in 1869 and holding such a prime site and a place of worship for Scottish Episcopalians. Next door on the right is Eden Court Theatre, the premier theatrical establishment in both the city and the Highlands. The older building to the right is the Bishop's Palace, at one time home to the Bishop of the Diocese of Ross, Murray and Caithness. Next to Eden Court is the Highland Hospice, a very fine establishment offering palliative care to those in the Highlands with terminal illness. The next building of importance on your right is the Royal Northern Infirmary, which now houses the administrative headquarters of the University of the Highlands and Islands, catering for all their satellite colleges. However, the buildings to the left still maintain their original role as a community hospital. Passing on our right is Ness Walk, a 5-star luxury hotel with views onto the River Ness. On our left, we have the Gathering Place, a new art structure erected by the City Fathers for people to take time to relax and reflect. Its design and its development proved very controversial with the locals and anglers on the river. our right, we have the vast array of playing fields and sports grounds, known as the Buckie Park, sold to the council in 1923 as an area for leisure and recreation for the people of Inverness, for a knockdown price by a very generous gentleman, Colonel Alexander Warrant of Conan Bridge, who had served with the Seaforth Highlanders during the First World War. Apart from it being the home of Inverness Shinty Club and the Highland Games, it also houses the stadium, ice rink, leisure centre, skate park, crazy golf, miniature railway and boating club. Something for everyone. Turning right, we are now outside Inverness Ice Rink and your stop for Inverness Botanic Gardens, which has hot houses, cactus house, garden walks and some retail and a coffee shop with an opportunity to get some of your horticultural questions answered. Directly ahead is Inverness Leisure Centre and Queen's Park. Leaving Inverness, we cross the roundabout at the West Link Road and proceed over the Caledonian Canal, built by Thomas Telford and opened in 1822, and about to celebrate its bicentenary next year, 2022. The canal traverses the country from east to west on the line of the Great Glyde Fault for over 60 miles, of which 1/3 is man-made and the rest is made up of various lochs: Loch Dochfur, Loch Ness, Loch Oich and Loch Lochy. There are 29 lochs, 4 aqueducts, 11 bridges and some of Scotland's most spectacular scenery. To our right is the King's Club Golf Course, and on the hill directly above is the headquarters of Scottish Natural Heritage, who look after all things pertaining to the natural side of our country. To the left, with the 2 prominent towers, is a residential development built in and around the site of what was the main mental hospital for the Highlands and Islands, Craigdonane, with a hill to the right, Craigfadrig, once home to King Rudolph and from St. Columba, converted from pagan to Christianity. now proceed along the A82 to the small hamlet of Dochgarach and the wonderful Antala gift shop and restaurant, and home to Loch Ness by Jacobite, where you board your boat to sail down Loch Ness to Urquhart Castle and maybe encounter a certain elusive lady.